Hello, everyone. This is Pastor Chris coming to you today on our 10th day of reflection together on this coronavirus pandemic, how that's affecting our lives, and how God speaks words of comfort and hope to us through Scripture and our engagement with it. We've been looking at the 23rd Psalm. And as we've been working our way over the past 9 days, we find ourselves with the verse, and even though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, Lord, for you are with me. Your rod and your staff, they comfort me. We've reflected on all the verses, and on this one in particular, for at least 2 days, and I think this is the third day. Where we reflect on even though I walk. But today we're going to look at, for your rod and your staff, they comfort me. What does that mean? As a shepherd, David had 2 pieces of equipment that he kept by his side. One was, King David, that is, the shepherd king of Israel. That David kept 2 pieces of equipment by his side to do his job. One was a shepherd's staff, which he used to help him walk and navigate the terrain as he drove his flock from green pasture to still waters to places of respite. And he also used the crook end to rescue sheep that may have strayed and gotten caught in a difficult physical situation. So he could crook them and pull them out of danger or away from it. The other was his rod, and that was it was like a club. It had a bigger end and a smaller end. It was used to fight off predators, to protect his sheep. Today, I'd really like to talk about God's rod and staff as our God who is our shepherd, the Lord who is our shepherd. And these things that God is using to protect and defend and draw his sheep away from danger or rescue us from danger. I think we can we don't have to look any further than those heroes in our culture, those police, fire fighters, police officers, EMTs, hospital workers, doctors, nurses, essential hospital staff, those people who are literally the front line of defense in this pandemic, those people who put life and limb at risk, doing their job to bring about a safer, healthier community for us all. We need to remember also that these folks, these first responders and these hospital workers, they have families too and lives of their own to live, and yet here they are on the front line for you and for me. You and I, we might find ourselves complaining or frustrated or whatever about being isolated at home, being restricted in our movements, being told where we can and can't go, what we can and cannot do. But God has provided for us that promise that his rod and his staff will bring us comfort. Now, part of the crisis in our country now is that so many of our first responders and healthcare workers are testing positive for this coronavirus. And a lot of that has to do with us. We can accept some of this blame if we do not isolate ourselves, if we do not practice the social distancing, if we do not practice the good hygiene that the health experts are telling us, and if we are not praying for their safety and welfare. We have a responsibility to care for our shepherds, those who care for us, those who are putting their lives on the line for us, putting themselves on the line to combat these forces that would take us away from our community, our family, our loved ones, and this life. So today, I want to give a big thank you. And I encourage you as well, if you know anyone who puts on a uniform for the public safety and welfare, if you know anyone who puts on a set of scrubs, works in a hospital, a doctor's office, an emergency clinic, drives an ambulance, drives a fire truck, who is a police officer, who is someone who day in and day out face an unknown day, offer a prayer for them. Send them a text or an email. Tell them how much you appreciate what they do for us all. And give thanks to God that God, somewhere in years past, evoked this sense of public service and care in the hearts of these people. That they would move into this profession not knowing what they were getting into, but accepting it and moving forward every day into the uncertainty of what they would face. So, to all of our first responders, police officers, firefighters, EMT workers, to all of our military who are being deployed on our behalf in domestic situations here, and for those around the world fighting this virus and the pandemic and the chaos and the loss of life that it brings, we thank you. Be careful, be safe, and be there with our love and prayers. And for you, healthcare workers, doctors, nurses, hospital staff that are necessary for the smooth operation of the hospitals and clinics, thank you. For those administrators in all areas who are working on our behalf, thank you. Thank you to all of you who try to put yourselves between us and death. You are our heroes, and you are God's rod and staff, protecting us, healing us, and loving us. Reach out today, O people of God. Give thanks to the Lord above for his care for us. Give thanks to those who've answered the call for our welfare. And let them know that you pray for them. And then pray for them. Don't just use the words to them. Use your words with God. And pray with thanksgiving in this and in all circumstances. Grace and peace and love. Be healthy, be safe, be wise, be community-minded, be faithful. Accept God's love today and forever. I'll see you tomorrow on day 11, and we will move into the Lord prepares a feast in the presence of my enemies. Until then, God love you. See you soon. Bye-bye.